And now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th down, ball's at the 1-yard line. Do you go for it, or do you go ahead and kick a field goal? I think because you're going to end up giving a long field even if you don't score, I put my trust in my defense. I go for it and try and get the points.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Uses the stiff arm. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Cardinals. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Still one of the most exciting plays in football. The kick return shows why there. 93 yards on that return for 6. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he has a physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
Fresh set of downs here. This is Coleman trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Let's go. Green 39.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now it's gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Oh, here we go.
Play clock winding down.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Time running out here on the play clock. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
However you measure DeForest Buckner, 6'7", 6'8", it really doesn't matter. He looks like a basketball power forward, and the one thing that he always focuses on and concentrates on is leverage. How does he drop his pad level so he can get down there and compete with the blockers of the NFL?
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 7-6 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Right back to Drake. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Play action. Garoppolo. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Rodney Gunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And shutting him off. Now open field. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. Green 38.
Now the second-year man from South Dakota State. It's Zach Zenner. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard near the 25. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, it's Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They'll set up a throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's their quarterback taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
A try here for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Drops it off for Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he's going to go down again. Chandler Jones. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Here's Coleman. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This will be fielded at the 17. A strong running. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 5. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up with all the highlights from the first half. The 49ers trail at home at halftime. The Cardinals have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the interception. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. Now following the pick, here the defense will come up with the pick. Baker's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. After the pick, offense comes out now. He'll throw it to the left side on the run. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown, which takes the lead to 8. We move late into the second. Jones is going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 9. So that'll do it from our studios in Orlando for the second half kickoff. Let's get you back out west to Santa Clara and Brandon Guy.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
6 yards to go here on second down. And the play clock's running down. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Play clock winding down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going underneath, it's Coleman. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. Able to slither by. And now running right through him. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Now back to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. And they are going to take possession of the football. Now, so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Jordan Hicks in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. first down, Drake. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On play action, they'll throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Play clock winding down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. See if they stay on the ground for second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo on first down. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Gets by him at the 25. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Come on, let's go.
On the give, this is Drake. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.